You may have heard of Rocket League 6-Mans before, and if you stumbled across this video, maybe you're curious as to what it actually is, how it works, and if you should be playing this instead of Rank 3s. So I'm going to be explaining Rocket League 6-Mans and if you should be playing it to improve coming from an SSL player. The best thing you can compare 6-Mans to is ESCA or FACEIT if you're familiar with CSGO, and if you have no clue what any of that means, basically 6-Mans is a platform that lets you play 3v3 matches in a more competitive environment similar to competing in tournaments. Your in-game Rocket League rank is completely separate from it and isn't affected by your performance in 6-Mans at all. Your game history and stats are tracked and put onto the 6-Mans leaderboards. It gives an environment where you have to communicate with your team, win multiple games to take a series, and lets you relive the days in school where you were last picked in gym class. In order to play 6-Mans, you need to have a Discord account and join the 6-Mans server in your respective region. They offer 6 regions being North America, South America, Europe, Oceania, the Middle East, and Asia. Though unfortunately for all the platinums out there, you have to be at least Diamond 1 in Rank 3v3 in order to play 6-Mans. But I'm going to be explaining why that isn't such a bad thing. So if you meet those requirements, you can go into the 6-Mans website, join your respective server, and start competing. All you have to do is type a command in the chat in order to join the queue, telling players in your rank that you want to play. Once 6 players have joined the queue, the series will be made and players can decide how teams will be picked. There are 3 options being captains, where each team gets a captain and will pick players based on results, balanced, where the server will automatically make teams based on 6-Mans rank, or randomized, which is pretty self-explanatory. When the teams have been made, players will join their team's voice chat and a best of 5 will be played, which is first to 3 wins. And unlike ranked Rocket League, your elo won't be affected by any individual games in the series, but rather who wins the best of 5 itself. If you win the series, you will gain 6-Mans elo, and depending on the elo of the team you beat will determine how much you gain. Now that we understand how points are given, let's explain the ranks. The ranks in 6-Mans are letters that range from S to H, with S being professional players and H being the Diamond 1 to Diamond 2 entry level. To receive your initial 6-Mans rank, you're required to do a rank check when you join the server, where it will give you a 6-Mans rank based on your Rocket League 3's rank. To get a higher rank in 6-Mans when starting off, you can either just wait to rank check and promote in Rocket League to give you a higher starting rank, or just play games in the 6-Mans system and earn points to rank up. Now this goes for Diamond 1 all the way to SSL, but for the ranks above SSL is where it's a bit different. The highest you can rank check into is rank B, and in order to get any higher, you have to play 6-Mans and win enough games to promote into B+, then A, then X. The only way to bypass this is to be auto-promoted into a rank by performing very well in major tournaments like RLCS, where they will outline how far you need to get in order to be auto-promoted. And for the highest rank, rank S, you have to be top 10 by split points for each RLCS split. Keep in mind you can demote just like in ranked, and if you're B+ and up, there's usually a system where if you don't play enough games, you'll actually lose points, which is called decay. Although they are working on putting in place a system, so at the time of this recording, there is no rank decay. Alternatively, you can play a kind of unranked system in 6-Mans called Ranked Universal, where any 6-Mans rank can queue and is typically a more fun environment. Now, should players be playing 6-Mans instead of ranked? I personally feel like if you're any rank under Grand Champion, I don't recommend queuing normal 6-Mans. Overall, the games take longer to get started, it's a bit more grindy and a slower process, and you never know how people will play in those ranks. You can improve much quicker in ranked focusing just on yourself instead of trying to play in a strictly team environment with players you aren't sure even know how to rotate. I will say that Ranked Universal could be a good idea since you can play with ranks higher than you, and playing with or against people better than you is honestly a great way to improve. For players Grand Champ and above, I do think it's a great alternative to ranked, especially if you're more of a mechanical player that needs work on rotation and communicating. In general, 6-Mans is a great outlet if you're in the higher ranks, and this is the best way to start out if you want to go pro. You will meet people with a similar skill that you could potentially team with, and it will give you the closest thing to tournament experience other than just by playing tournaments. And if you start to climb in 6-Mans, you have a different league of skill you can show players. If you're looking for a team and you're like rank X, that just means so much more than just being a Supersonic Legend player, since 6-Mans is recognized by high level players. That doesn't mean you shouldn't play it for fun as a lower rank, but from the improvement standpoint, that's my personal opinion on 6-Mans. And if you have any unanswered questions or just want to tell me how wrong I am, be sure to leave a comment below and I will do my best to reply to them all. As always, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.